Hello, this is Telomere and welcome to another repair video. In this video, we are working on an iPhone 11 for a customer, and the customer has requested a data recovery to be done. Now, he's given me two phones. The first one is the phone that he's hoping I'm going to put the parts into so that I can get it up and running. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. I might be able to get a new phone out of it. And the second phone, they have wrapped up in paper towel. Oh my. I think I've said before that I've seen worse. And wow. I don't think I've ever seen a phone as bad as this. Like, I have my heating pad on, but I don't see the point in having it on at this point because there's not enough of that screen left for it to be worth doing the effort. Man, I think I'm gonna go and put some gloves on. I'm gonna put some paper towel even down on my mat here because there's gonna be glass everywhere. And I'm gonna put some safety glasses on because this is bad. I don't really see the point in taking these out, but I'm gonna take them out anyways. The penelope screws on the bottom. Now, how are we gonna get into this? The great thing is, at this point, I'm completely not at all worried about... I don't have my glasses on yet. I don't have my safety glasses on. There we go. Don't really need to worry much about trying to save the screen or anything like that, nor am I worried about anything other than the motherboard. So it does give me a little bit of leeway here. Okay, here we go. That is not... I'm not happy to see that. It's very not encouraging. So you see right here? The frame, not the frame, but the shield that's over there is bent slightly. Concerning. Okay, let's get something to hold that screen in place while we work. Not like the cables matter, I could just snip them because not even that's going to be working properly after the mess that's gone through. Okay, let's get those cables out. Take the battery out first. I am seeing right here that this shield right here is indented, and it looks like this shield has been indented a little bit. The only thing I can do and try to do is take the phone apart, get the motherboard out, and look for further damage. I might even go underneath the microscope just to take a really close in look. Some of these cables at the bottom here were already loose. That's despite how much pressure there was going down on those with shields and everything. That's concerning. And here we have it. The board is out. I don't have confidence. I really am not confident about this. You can see that the board is slightly warped on this side. And you see this this metal along here. There's actually little tiny little circular traces that connect, like little pins all the way along here. And they will crack if the board is warped. I don't know. I really don't know if this is salvageable. I really don't know. I'd be very fortunate if this thing has survived. Let's put it into the new phone and let's hope for the best. Now, I did just take the penelope screws out of this phone, but before I even do that, I got to make sure this phone turns on. I'm going to guess that the customer I'm doing this for is a company, and that company does, I'm assuming, occasionally have phones that end up locked because they've fired the employee or they've gone retired and they can't access them to go and get their password info off the phones. So I'm guessing likely this is a locked phone, and hence why they gave it to me to use. And I was right, it is locked to an owner. Okay, why did I check this? Well, maybe the customer thought that it needed repairs and couldn't be fixed or whatever, you know? Like what I thought originally, that maybe the charge port wasn't correct or working correctly, so maybe that was the reason. But on this occasion, it really is exactly what I thought. It's locked. So I'm going to put this on the heating pad and get this turned off. Get that screen removed, get that motherboard out, and let's put in this board and see how it goes. So I've got the motherboard out of the phone that is to be used for hopefully getting the data off. And this is the motherboard for it right here. I just want you to see the comparison and for myself to see a bit of a comparison. And there is one thing I'm seeing immediately that is very concerning. I was already concerned about it, but right across here, there's a very clear gap in the board. And how about the other side? The other side looks like it's got the same gap right here. I don't know if this would work, but I'm thinking I might attempt a reflow. First, I'm going to just try it as is and see if it will work. And if not, what I can do is just go over to my hot air gun station and push down with my tweezers, because I have noticed that the gap will close relatively easily if I'm pressing down. And just maybe that might be enough to solder it all back together. Might be wrong, but let's see. Let's first try just putting it back together. So I got everything in place there, and I think all the connectors are in place. The ribbon cables are all connected in. And the battery. Now, really all that matters is these two cables right here, since this is the digitizer as well as the screen itself. So we're just going to close this up to some degree. Just let it sit there lightly. And we're going to turn this on and see what happens. Now, it only had about 2% battery left, so it's not leaving me with a ton of confidence. Let's try plugging it in. Nothing. I just want to see whether or not this thing is taking any charge. Flip it over to the other side. Still nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm not getting any power in there whatsoever. And it's kind of what I expected, because of that one side of the board just being in the condition that it was in. So I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to try working on the board itself and just seeing whether or not there's anything I can do in taking it apart. It's not looking good. It is definitely not looking good. I'm sure you guys were all agreeing when you were seeing that and just seeing how badly beaten up that board was. So this is a little while later, but I decided against going and putting the phone underneath the heat gun or doing any work on the board at all, just because it was in such rough shape that I felt that the company would be better off sending it to an actual full-fledged data recovery center. And I knew a few. I think one of them is called Marnix. So I referred them to go to Marnix instead, and to see if they could do the recovery instead. So I wanted to leave the board in the best possible shape that I could, which meant that I wouldn't be playing with it at all. In the end, phone did not work, and I had to give up on it. So that's all there is to it, guys. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose. But if you guys like the video, please do leave a like. And if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. We'll see you guys all in another video. Bye.